Oh, bike just stalled out on me. Wow, it's actually cold. I thought it was nice out. It's like 30-something degrees, 33 I think. Going over to the wheelie spot right now, so I'll see you guys when I get there. I always do this. I say, oh, it's not going to be that bad. It won't be that bad. And then I come out, and wow, it is really cold. Alright, one way. So, today, I am going to be doing a how-to wheelie tutorial. And I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can. So, we're going to see how this goes. You guys might have been wondering why my camera angle was facing down. And that's because I want you guys to be able to see my throttle and my clutch, so you can understand how to get the front wheel off the ground. I'm going to tell you guys a couple things, like the basics about wheeling, and then we're going to go for it. We're going to see if you guys can wheelie like this. Because there's multiple ways to wheelie. You can wheelie like this. And do a power wheelie, or you can wheelie like this. Yo, that's all it's dirty! And drop the bike back and slow it down, like that. So you could do these, you could just wheelie like this and then go for as far as you can and shift gears and, you know, that good stuff. Or you could drop the bike back, slow it down, and add some, you know, some style and some good looking stuff to your wheelies. So I'm going to show you guys how to, or at least try and show you guys how to bring the bike all the way back and slow it down a little bit. Let me show you real quick. Got your clutch, obviously. And first off, if you guys don't know how to ride a bike, you got to figure out how to ride a bike first to pop some wheelies. So I hope my camera can see everything. Throttle, clutch. And I don't prefer you to start on a big bike like this. This is a KTM 500, so you probably don't want to try and start wheeling on a KTM 500. I'd suggest like a KLX 110, a TTR 125, any smaller bike that doesn't have much power and is easy to control. And you have to make sure your back brakes work. So you keep your foot, as you can see, over the brake. Make sure it works. First gear on a smaller bike, I'm in first gear anyway on this bike, just for the example. Clutch in, like that. And once the clutch is in, you give it a little bit of gas and you let go of the clutch fast at the same time. It's one motion. So let's see if you guys can see this. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. That's how you get the tire off of the ground. Clutch in, gas. And it's literally one motion. Now, I want you guys to just keep practicing that, because you're not going to get it like perfectly off the ground first try. You're going to have to keep practicing how to pop the clutch and how much gas you're going to need. If you can't get the wheel off the ground when you dump the clutch, give it a little bit more gas and keep adding to it and try and perfect the clutch up. So that's pretty much how that's done. Step 1 out of the way, which is the clutch up, getting the bike off of the ground. Now, step 2 takes a little bit more practicing for a beginner, but that's using the rear brake. Your foot always needs to be over the rear brake, because there's a point in the wheelie to where you get so far back that the bike is going to start falling backwards and not forward. So once you start to feel the bike falling backwards, you have to hit the brake to stop yourself from flipping, or as they would call it, looping. Whew, I'm good. Which will hurt. You can, destroy your bike. You'll hurt yourself. It happens. So you do step 1, you clutch up, get the bike up, and give it a little bit more gas and drop back. And as you drop back, hit the brake. And obviously you're not going to get it as smooth first try, because it takes some tries. So what you're going to want to do is, don't worry about distance, like how far you can wheelie. Worry about how far back you can wheelie. It doesn't matter if you only go 10 feet, but if you go 10 feet like this all the way back, that's good. It's a lot better. As you could, I mean, you guys probably couldn't see, but right there I was tapping my brake slightly to keep myself from flipping because I was at the balance point. So don't worry about the distance or any of that. Just get step 1 down, which is popping the clutch. And then step 2 down, which is getting yourself farther back to the point where you need to hit the brake. And it doesn't matter if you hit the brake too hard and the bike comes down fast and the wheel hits the ground. Like I said, don't worry about distance, because eventually, once you understand and are comfortable with the brake, you'll be able to wheelie like... You'll be able to stop it, keep it going, chop it up, drop back. You'll be able to get like comfortable with it and be able to add a little bit of style maybe, but you guys don't need to worry about all that yet. No hands. You know, you don't have to go crazy worrying about all the good flashy stuff of the wheelies yet. All you want to do is get the concept of wheeling down, and eventually with enough practice you'll be able to do crazy wheelies like that, and you won't be doing them power wheelies going 80 miles an hour anymore. You'll see guys on street bikes like power wheeling like this, and that's stupid. It's dangerous. Eventually, you know, you're going to be able to do it so many times and not flip, but eventually you're going to give it too much gas and not know how to use your brake, and you're going to flip going like 80 miles an hour, and you know what happens when when you flip going 80. No good. So you want to start going slow. Like, I'm going to make another video on this on my TTR and go a lot more into depth with it. But basics pretty much is step 1 is being able to squeeze your clutch in, give it a little bit of gas, and dump the clutch at the same time. It's all one motion, like I said, so it's like this. And then step 2 is, like I said, using the brake. And yeah, there's another thing that I forgot to say. Definitely wear a helmet at all times when practicing this, because it's not a joke. If you flip, you can actually like seriously get hurt. So make sure you're always wearing a helmet, because that will literally save your head if you flip, especially if you're practicing on concrete. I would suggest somebody who's new to try and start on grass or dirt, but not like a real bumpy spot. Like, try and find like a grass patch or a dirt patch that's like smooth to where you can, you know, get it down and do your thing. So that's pretty much it, like I said, and I'm going to keep repeating it. Step 1, which is learning how to clutch the bike up, and step 2, which is learning how to use your rear brake to keep you from flipping. That right there is called a coast. When you go far enough back and you use your brake to keep you from flipping and you stay far back, it's called coasting. That's what you want to learn how to do. Let's see if I can do a couple combos real quick. And then eventually you can do tricks without using your brake, like that. But you know, you'll get there one day, that's alright. So just keep practicing those 2 steps that I told you, and eventually you will know how to wheelie. And I'm going to do another video soon on my pit bike, on the TTR, how to wheelie, and it's going to be a lot more in depth, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, this is all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, one way.